Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see from the title of the video, I am going to be starting my labor and delivery vlog. Okay, so let's just get right into it. So I am currently 38 weeks. It is December 1st. I had my 38-week appointment yesterday where I found out that I am dilated 2 centimeters. My cervix is 50% soft and my baby is in position -2. So I'm technically in early labor at this point. Right now I'm not having any contractions, unfortunately. Yesterday after my appointment, I did have some cramping and some spotting because my doctor did try to strip my membranes. She was not fully successful because my baby isn't far enough down. However, she did try. So I figured I would start the video right now while I'm in good spirits and have a clear mind. I'm really ready to get this baby out of me. This was super fun, super cute, you know, at first, but now it's getting really annoying and hard and frustrating. So I'm just going to take you guys along my labor and delivery journey. I'm going to be very real, very raw. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and God bless us with the baby at the end of this week. I'll see y'all soon.
Bustin' on the beach side on the sand with my peach out. Eating like a monster, sit on that shit with posture. Let's write a story with an unknown author. Play, I be the doctor, fill you up like pills you pop on with that sex.
Okay. Hey y'all. So I'm coming to y'all on December 6th with an update. Okay. So I went to the doctor today around 2:30 to get a 39-week ultrasound because my baby is a little big, and to also get my cervix checked and my membranes swept again. So my baby is 8 pounds 6 ounces about, and then I was still at 2 centimeters dilated. I was 2 centimeters dilated last Tuesday as well, so I was really disappointed about that. They said that my cervix was about 70% thin, so it was much thinner, and my baby dropped to 0, and you have to be at 2 or 3 to push. So there was some progress, but honestly I'm not satisfied. At this point I am 39 weeks pregnant, and one day I am very uncomfortable. It's just, yeah, at this point I'm just ready to get the ball rolling. So since my membranes were swept at around 4:30, I've had some back cramping, and like kind of recently I'm like kind of spotting when I go to the restroom. My doctor did say that she would have preferred to be able to sweep my membranes with 2 of her fingers, but she was only able to do it with 1 of her fingers. However, she felt that my baby's head was in direct contact with my cervix, so he is descending, and she was able to separate the amniotic sac from my cervix. But y'all, I still honestly, like I said, I don't know if I told y'all this, but it's 10:30. And I expected to be having some consistent contractions by now or something. I'm tired of being pregnant. So I just went ahead and took 2 tablespoons of castor oil. I mixed it inside of some apple juice. Right now I'm okay. Feeling a little nauseous. They want you to take it on an empty stomach, so that's what I did. This is not the castor oil that you put in your hair. This is a laxative. So apparently it's supposed to give me diarrhea, possibly vomiting. But I'm just praying that the next time y'all see me on the screen that I'm barely able to speak because the contractions are that much. And then the time after that y'all see me at the hospital, and then the time after that y'all see me pushing this baby out. This has been a very long journey. I am so thankful for my baby, but I am so tired of being pregnant. I am ready to see my baby. I am tired. I'm exhausted. And there's just so much going on that I would just prefer to have him tonight. So I'll be back with another update. I pray that the next time I get on the screen, y'all, I am updating y'all with a contraction count. Okay, so I'll see y'all in a minute. All right, what's up, y'all? We're gonna make this quick. Okay, I'm super excited right now. So basically, I came to y'all last night and I told you guys about what I did. Okay, boom, boom, boom. So overnight, I had a lot of cramping, a lot of pain, but nothing unbearable. So I had got up at around 5. I was up from like 5 to 7. I ate a little something, drank some water, talked to my mom a little bit. And then this morning from like 7 to 12, I actually slept. I was really, really tired. Every time I got up, I wanted to sleep again. So I just went back to sleep until 12. Y'all, I got up at 12. I went to take a walk. I took a 40-minute walk. And before I took my walk, I used the restroom and my mucus plug was coming out. It came out in the toilet initially. When I came back from my walk and I used the restroom again, when I wiped, there was more mucus plug. And then, y'all, after I did my walk, I showered. I got out the shower. I brushed my teeth, okay? After I brushed my teeth, I started washing my face. And as I was washing my face, I feel like water trickling down my legs. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, Mom, I think my water's breaking. So she's like, well, normally it's like a gush. I'm like, yeah, but in my birthing class, they were telling me that it could trickle as well. So I got done washing my face or whatever, and I decided, you know, let me smell the fluid. The fluid had no color. The fluid had no smell. So I was like, okay, let me just, you know, my water's breaking or whatever. So I told my mom, she's like, okay, this is good. Like, we're really excited or whatever. So I have a few things that I need to do today. I have some things to ship off for Corey J's boutique and some other stuff to do. And I need to eat. It's now 2:40. I really need to get some food in me or whatever. So I decided to go ahead and get dressed, and I put a pad on. It's been about 40 minutes while I've been getting ready, and my pad has been on, and I have leaked another 3 times. The fluid is again clear because I obviously can see it on the pad. It's smellless. So y'all, the next clip will be me in the hospital, because when your water breaks, rightfully so, you have to go to the hospital just to make sure everything is okay. So I'm about to go ship off some wigs, fax a letter, get food, come back here, finish packing my toiletries because that's the only thing that's not packed and ready, and then we're on the way to the hospital. So I will see y'all then. Alright, y'all, another update. So I am currently in the triage room. I have been here at the hospital since about 4:30. It is currently 8:40, y'all. So they did test. My water did break, so of course they admitted me to the hospital. I am still 2 centimeters dilated, and my contractions, they're happening, but they're still like irregular. So right now I'm bouncing on the ball, so I'm like, I'm moving up and down. I totally I thought I would look so much better for these videos. I thought I would look so much better for labor and delivery, but right now I am so excited. I don't care how I look. I don't care how they get this baby out of me. I wouldn't care, y'all, if they had to slit open my esophagus to pull him through. This baby is coming, okay? So right now I'm just in the triage, waiting. I'm waiting for them to get a room for me. And I've been in triage in this room at least since 5:30. So it's been like 3 hours already. There's a total of 6 of us waiting. They said it's really busy today. So yeah, I'm like surprisingly really calm. My contractions are not like, yeah, they're not bad. I'm feeling them sometimes. I'm not feeling them other times. He's doing well on the monitor. His heart is doing well. So at this point, it's just about getting a room and getting my contractions to actually push him to the point of he needs to come out. If my contractions, because right now I'm bouncing until I get a room, so if I continue to bounce and I don't, you know, start to feel more pain, or they're not closer together and it's not time to push when I get up there, they are going to give me Pitocin. Of course, y'all, my birth story in my mind did not go this way at all. This is my IV, by the way. But in my mind, my birth story did not go this way. In my mind, I was going to have contractions first, and then my water was going to break, and then I was going to come to the hospital, and I was going to just push him out right away. But that is not my birth story. So that's why I'm so glad I am actually recording it, because it's super cool, y'all. Y'all know I've been dilated for a week at 2 centimeters. My cervix is soft. And he is in position 0. I need to be in position at least 2 to push. So, you know, we're getting there. So hopefully bouncing on the ball is going to help me to get my contractions consistent. And if not, I'm going to go ahead and have them give me the Pitocin through my IV when I get upstairs. My goal is to not get an epidural. However, I'm going to do whatever is best in the moment and whatever helps me to get this baby out of me. Okay, so I will see y'all back when I get upstairs into my room. Okay, guys, I was trying to wait for this contraction to pass, but it's like, it's consistent. I don't know what's going on here. Huge update. So we were in triage from 4:30 to about midnight. At midnight, instead of us going to labor and delivery, because my cervix was not continuing to dilate and I was not having consistent contractions, I was actually brought up to, I don't know what this floor is called, but I know it in labor and delivery. And I was given basically a medicine called misoprostol so that it can soften my cervix and start my contractions on a regular pace before they give me Pitocin, which is going to strengthen my contractions and get him out of me. This is a long process. It is currently, y'all, it is 5 o'clock in the morning. So they gave me the misoprostol at about 1:30, and then by 2:30 I was having contractions, but they were bearable, so I slept until about 3:45 when I just could not sleep anymore because they were unbearable. I'm having a contraction now. So I just got up because laying down ain't it. Oh. 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 These contractions, since I started this vlog, they're getting longer. Like, it's still at 127. So they're monitoring his heart rate. They're monitoring my my uterus activity. The activity downstairs was like between like 0 and 30. The activity up here, since I got the misoprostol, is going from 0 to 127. No cap, y'all. Look at this. Hi.
Doing all right?
Kind. Yeah. So, my nurse had came in, but basically what I'm about to do, because his heart rate is straight, but my contractions are like sometimes back to back, sometimes like 5 minutes. I'm gonna just walk. Walking is what broke my water this morning, so praying that walking dilates my cervix. They're going to check me again at 7 to see if I have dilated more, and at the point where I am 4 centimeters, they're going to take me downstairs and give me the Pitocin to get me into active labor, like ready to push labor. So I'm just taking the pain. I am not on any medicine. I am going to try as long as I can to go without. Prayerfully, I could push him out without it, but we're gonna see, y'all. Daddy's sleeping, so I'm gonna let him sleep, and I'm gonna go walk for 20 minutes, and then I'll give you guys an update after they check me again in 2 hours at 7 o'clock. So I'll see y'all soon. All right, y'all, so here is a huge update. Okay, so the last time we talked, I was going natural. I had not had any pain medicines, and I was getting ready to walk the halls because my contractions were from 0 to 127, which was literally so intense. After I walked the hallway, y'all, I only walked the hallway for 20 minutes. My contractions went from being 5 and 2 minutes apart to literally 1 and 2 minutes apart. I will not, I have no words for how much pain that was for me. Literally, I was in so much pain. And the thing is that when you contract, it kind of makes you feel nauseous sometimes if you're like really contracting with no time in between, can't even catch your breath. And the problem was that I was contracting that hard and fast, but my cervix still wasn't dilating. So my doctors finally realized after a while that I was actually dehydrated. They were actually supposed to be giving me medicine for dehydration, like an IV, to prevent that at 4:30 p.m. when I first came here. They didn't realize I was dehydrated until 5:30 a.m. So for 13 hours, in my opinion, they could have done something. So make sure, you guys, if y'all are going through this, please make sure that you guys make it a big deal that your doctor, nurse, whatever, start your IV right away. Make them start your IV and triage, period. Because your body is doing a lot. It's under a lot of stress, and you need all of the nutrients you can get, especially because you normally cannot eat. I was not in labor and delivery yet, so I could eat, but it was hard for me to eat because of how strong, hard, frequent the contractions were. Y'all, so I ended up, oh, my back is itchy. I ended up being in so much pain that I asked them for fentanyl, which is supposed to be a medication that's supposed to help you. Well, it did not. So the first dose of fentanyl for me worked for about 1 contraction, and that was it. Again, they were coming literally, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm scratching my back, but they was literally coming 1 to 2 minutes apart. So for it to only work for 1 contraction means it worked for 1 to 2 minutes. And otherwise, I continuously felt the contractions, but I was able to lay down better. The thing about a contraction is like you're already, as a pregnant woman, so tight, compact. So when your body starts to contract and you're laying down, sitting down, it's worse. So I also recommend that you get up and you move, right? So I lay down for a little bit, try to feel better for about an hour. But when I got up, I felt so bad. I felt even more horrible. It was really hard for me to stand. My contractions were getting more intense. Like, I'm talking about, it felt like, well, it was unimaginable, okay? I guess, like, you could imagine, like, period cramps with burning, severe tightening of your stomach, pelvis, vagina, and butthole. Like, severe period cramps on top of all this, you know? So, by the time I asked for the second dose of fentanyl, they realized they blew my IV. Now, my veins are really small, and I told them this when I came to the hospital. So, the first person in triage who... Oh, let me give a second. Okay, sorry, y'all. My nurse came in to give me my Pitocin, but let me back up. So, basically, I already told them that my veins were small. So, the triage nurse tried to do one IV. She could not do it. So then she sent another nurse in to do another IV. So this is 2 times I was poked. Then, like I said, after hours and hours of laboring without anything, and I asked for the second dose of fentanyl because the first dose only lasted for 1 to 2 minutes, the third nurse realized that my vein was blown, which means essentially that the needle that was in there went through the vein and was not actually feeding me anything. But because they started that one, they couldn't do anything about it but try to get me another IV. Okay. So at this point now, not only do I need the fentanyl, I really need liquids because I am extremely dehydrated to the point where I'm shaking. I couldn't stand. Like, it was bad. And at this point, it was probably about maybe 7:30. So they had someone come check me. Number 1, I was still at 2 centimeters, y'all. Number 2, they tried to 3 people tried to give me a new IV 3 times. So this is the 5th time I've been poked. I am having terrible contractions 1 to 2 minutes apart with no medicine because fentanyl ain't nothing. So don't even waste your time getting it. And I'm frustrated. So I'm just like, listen, can y'all send somebody who know what they're doing? Y'all know me. Like, when I get irritated, I get irritated. So I was irritated. So the ladies, they were like kind of being a little sassy, like, oh, it's not our fault that you were poked. I'm like, I don't care whose fault it is. Can y'all figure something out? Because at this point, I'm frustrated. So they tell me they're sending the vascular team, but overall, they had put me on first on the list to get another room downstairs on labor and delivery because that's the only place where you can get epidural. So now, y'all, mind you, I waited in triage from 4:30 to 12 for a room, which I thought was in labor and delivery, but was not. Then I get upstairs. I'm having horrible pains, horrible contractions, and stuff like that. I waited from... What time did I get down here, y'all? It's so blurry because I was in so much pain. I think I waited from around, let's just say 6 to 10:30 to get another room, to get an IV, to get hydrated, and to get an epidural. Because at this point, I'm like, I don't care about none of that. I want medicine. Somebody help me. I'm literally crying. God, please help me. Like, I cannot take this no more. Please, God, help me. So, when that was all over or whatever, I finally got a room downstairs. And when I came down here, The anesthesiologist, first thing she does is she tries to give me an IV. She blows my vein for the 6th time. So at this point, y'all, I've been stuck 6 times. Still no fluids and still no freaking epidural. So I was bawling, like ugly cry. Like it was like, I am so exhausted. I am so tired because, mind you, I've been having contractions since I got the meso, which was at 2:30 and it was 10:30. So for 8 hours straight, I was having contractions with no medicine. And I was taking it at first. But from 5 to 10:30, I could not take it no more. So someone else came in. They finally were able to get me an IV. And the funny part is that they put the IV in my hand, which was the first place I told them to put my IV anyway, and they refused to. Whatever. I don't even want to let y'all know where I'm at because I feel like this would be considered slandering, because at this point, girl, this was just too much. So yeah, I finally get the IV, get my fluids going, still having contractions. So in between contractions that are coming every 1 to 2 minutes, I get an epidural. That hurt because I was having contractions while I was getting the epidural. It stings. They numb you first. It does sting when they numb you. And then the needle is huge. They have to make sure it's in the right space. So it's a lot of pain, but it's absolutely worth it. I'm not going to lie to y'all. It's absolutely worth it because, yeah, this is my first baby. I wanted to do a natural birth because I felt as if I wanted this experience to be as natural as possible, you know? But that didn't work, and that's okay. That didn't work for me. So, and the reason why it didn't work, y'all, is because my water broke with no contractions. Normally people have contractions first. Their water doesn't break until like 9 centimeters, and that's when they get the hardest contractions. That did not happen with me. And then I got medicine on top of that. So the combination of it all literally put me in excruciating amounts of pain just at 2 centimeters. So I got the epidural. I started feeling way better, y'all. And at that point, I was on a only liquid diet. Mind you, I haven't eaten anything since I ate a few bites of food at like maybe 7. But I had to stop because I was like, I'm gonna throw up, you know. So now, y'all, it is, I cannot make this up. It is, hopefully it shows y'all. Okay, so at this point, y'all, it's 3:54 p.m. on December 8th. I've had the epidural since 11:30 now, because it took them about an hour to get everything right. So really, I was actually contracting with no medicine realistically from 2:30 to 11:30. I'm gonna give myself that 9th hour, or that 1 hour for 9 hours, because I deserve that. Just like I'm gonna give myself 10 months for pregnancy, because I deserve that, because right now I am 9 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days, which is closer to 10 months than it is not, okay? But honestly, since the epidural, I have felt way better. I was able to sleep for like maybe 2 hours. Now I slept on one side. My nurse came and she fixed me to the other side. She checked my cervix twice so far. The first time she was able to get 2 fingers in, but she wasn't able to move them, so that put me at barely 3 centimeters. This time she just checked me about 30 minutes ago. She put 2 fingers in and was able to open them a little bit, so that put me at 3 to 4 centimeters. So now what they're doing is they're starting the Pitocin that I thought I was going to get how many hours ago? I don't even know at this point. But she finally started the Pitocin. So basically I'm about to be back in pain, but it should be more tolerable because I have the epidural. It should be like lots of pressures, and you know, I can breathe through it. I think I have it or whatever. I'm super excited to meet my son. She's actually about to come give me some Benadryl and a popsicle now, because again, I cannot eat any food. It's been almost 12 hours since I had my last bite of physical, like real solid food. But at this point, she's gonna give me Benadryl. I'm gonna get back sleepy, so I'm gonna go back to sleep, and I'm just praying that by the time I do wake up, I'm having some real progress. I'm gonna sleep sitting up just so that gravity can pull my baby down more, because he is low, but my cervix is really having a hard time dilating on its own. This is my first baby, you know, my rainbow baby, but this is my first delivery, so my body really does not know what to do. So it just needs some guidance, and that's okay. And I say that because I was very disappointed, but it's really nothing to be disappointed about, because everything is a learning experience in life, including your body learning how to labor and deliver a freaking human. And my human is 8 pounds and 6 ounces. So basically, I'm just about to get my Benadryl, eat my popsicle, probably watch some TV for a little bit, and let my body rest. That's all I'm gonna do, just rest and pray that when I wake up, I'm at least 6 centimeters at least. You know what I'm saying? Well, when I wake up and she checks me again, that I'm at least like 6 centimeters. And so after that, I'll come with the update. Now, y'all, I'm going to really try my best to get this delivery recorded, but they really are strict about that. So just keep that in mind. Pray for me. Pray with me. We will have a healthy baby. God will have him come as soon as he possibly can in the most healthy manner. In Jesus' name, I pray and I thank you, God. Amen. I'll see y'all soon. All right, y'all. So we ended up having a C-section to get this baby boy out. Things did not go as planned, but he is finally here. And I'm going to tell you guys more about the C-section in the next clip right now. Woo, child. Okay, so as y'all know now, we ended up having to go into a C-section. So let's run it back a little bit so I can tell y'all what happened. So after I got the Pitocin, y'all, basically my cervix, after about how many hours? At least I think about 6 hours. My cervix only dilated to 5, y'all. And basically at a certain point, my doctors started to monitor the strength of my contractions, because they wanted to figure out, why was I having contractions? Why were my contractions so consistent? And why were they strong enough but my cervix wasn't dilating? So y'all, after a whole bunch of jazz, at about midnight on December 9th, my doctor finally decided that my baby was too big to fit through my pelvic, you know, birth canal, whatever. And that he was trying to tell us this by not coming down further, thus not allowing my cervix to dilate and open up. And then at a certain point, my cervix was actually thin, and then it actually got swollen after that, because we were starting to stress my body out, trying to make him come down and fit through. So y'all, we did a C-section. It's really crazy because, ooh, my arm hurt. Okay. It's really crazy because I did not expect to have a C-section, y'all. It was actually, when I first got pregnant, it was actually like one of my biggest fears, labor and delivery fears. And it was not even that bad. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. The recovery is painful, but we ended up having a C-section. We figured out we were gonna have it at about 12 o'clock. At the same time, y'all, my epidural was wearing off, and so I was literally screaming and crying bloody murder because my contractions were back to back and I had no medicine again. So yeah, y'all, so we ended up getting the anesthesiologist in the room. He gave me some epidural. He gave me some more medicines to numb my stomach. We got ready for that C-section. And we did it, y'all. We did it. And the baby is here. So he arrived at 1:05 a.m. after I was in labor for 36 hours. I went into labor at 1:30 on Tuesday. I had him at 1 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, y'all. So I was in labor for 36 hours. I took contractions without medicine for, I think it was, we're gonna say between 8 to 10 hours, because there was times where my epidural was wearing off and I was taking contractions straight. And finally my baby was here. And guess how much she weighed, y'all? My baby is 8 pounds 15 ounces. So this is why my body was not doing well with thinning my cervix, dilating my cervix, and having him come down, because he could not fit through. My baby was too big. And I know I got real chunky during my pregnancy or whatever, but I'm very small. I was 124 before I got pregnant. So yeah, that's the update, y'all. This is my labor and delivery story. It has been a crazy yet very beautiful experience. I'm just so glad that he's here, y'all. The C-section was not that bad. If you are getting a C-section, planned, unplanned, or whatever, just don't worry about it. Just pray. Like, all I did on the way to the room was pray over me and my baby. Make sure you have a support person there, because it's really necessary. Having somebody there to just kind of like hold your hand, and also just to talk to get your mind off of the fact that somebody's cutting in you. Yeah, honestly. And they're gonna be really nice, because people, they know like C-sections are like scary and stuff. So most likely wherever you're gonna go, people are gonna be nice to you. I don't know, but it was a really beautiful experience. I'm really thankful that now that I didn't have to push him out my vagina, because my baby is big as hell. It looks like I just had a 5-year-old, y'all. But yeah, so that's really it. So now basically, after I gave birth via C-section, they took their time to sew me back up for it took about 45 minutes to sew each layer of my skin and my body back up. And then after that, we went to the recovery room, where we recovered for an hour and a half. And now we are in this room right here. And we will be in this room until Saturday, y'all. We don't get to leave. It is Thursday. We don't get to leave until Saturday morning. So I may or may not continue to vlog this experience, but at least you guys got to know all about my labor and delivery. So yeah, we'll keep going or we won't. But I appreciate y'all for watching, and y'all gonna see this baby real soon.